Good morning, everyone. All right, so it's Monday. The volume doesn't look that bad today. So I know my stream kind of lagged a little bit on Friday. I went ahead and upgraded to the Giga internet, so I'm supposed to get 1,000 megabytes per second. It's still not giving that to me. Honestly, it's giving me about 7 megabytes per second download speed. And the upload speed's really good, so that's all that really matters for broadcasting. So my upload speed is around 45, 50, which is really good, but my download speed is about 7, which is terrible. Luckily, like I said, for streaming, I really don't need good download speed. I just need good upload speed. And so I got somebody coming out here, but my internet shouldn't lag today. If it does start lagging, let me know. Oh, sorry. Ignore that echo. That's not a lag. That's an echo. Let's see. Yeah. And so far it says it's running well. So just let me know how it looks, guys. Good morning, Live Gains, Rel, JJ, Manny, Marcus, Seeley, good morning. KC Mac, good morning. Hey, KC Mac, appreciate the $5 donation the other day, brother. Sorry, I know you gave me the donation before or after I had already closed the stream down on my end, and so I just saw it right as soon as I was closing the stream down. So I appreciate the $5 donate the other day, brother. Appreciate it, man. It means a lot. Good morning, Antonio, Netron, James. What's up, guys? Arian's World. I mean, not today, Arian's World. Honestly, I will stream real time if and only if they can fix my download speed. My download speed is a whopping 7 megabytes per second, which is terrible. My upload speed's good. It's 45, 50, which is really good, and so that's what matters for streaming. But since I have 3 monitors and I'm still going to need to load web pages, I don't think using real-time stream is going to be a good idea until I get that fixed. But I'm not necessarily opposed to that. The reason I was doing it before is because my internet wasn't the greatest, and you know, you have to have a little bit of a delay if you want the picture to be clear. So. Hey, good luck, Seven. That sounds like fun, man. Have fun with that, brother. That's right, man. Set those stop losses. You got this, though, Seven. You got this, man. Live Gains. I think, yeah, you were the one that messaged me on Twitter, right? Let me check. I'm pretty sure it was you. Somebody messaged me on Twitter. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't Live Gains. I don't know. Let me see. Yes, it is Live Gains. So what's up, Live Gains? I sent you a message back on Twitter, man. I hope you understand, man. It's nothing against you. It's just to protect myself. I have to. So I hope you understand, man. I appreciate all the support you've shown me, and we'll talk about it later if you want, man. So just message me back if you want. But yeah, so today the volume's looking good. I'll probably try to use bigger sizing today and try to start the week off with big sizing instead of starting it in the middle of the week on a Wednesday like I did last week. So we'll see how that goes. Right now I'm watching TEVA. NEPT looks like one of my favorites. I'm definitely looking at NEPT for a short. I love the fact that it has this support level at 450 that it might be cracking over. I'd prefer it to crack it under that after the bell and try to take advantage of that short. Man, what is this doing? And so we'll see what NEPT does, but I'm definitely looking at it for a short. Also looking at ABIL from 337 to 410. Looks good. Another one that just recently started moving, MYND. MYND starting to spike up here. This one should be tradable. Let me see. Yeah, so these are all tradable. So today's a pretty good day. So I can trade all 4 of these, and these are my main watches. But they also have CLRB. If you're interested, CLRB gapping up some from 219 to 265. GERN gapping some. NBEV. So let's see exactly how many of these are tradable. I know these 4 are, so that's a pretty good start. GERN is. CLRB is good. NBEV is not. That's 1. Sir is not. That's 2. AWSM is not. That's 3. Cron, CGC. All right, so 3 out of 12 are not tradable, so that is 9 out of 12 are, so that's pretty good. I'm not going to complain about that, but man, look at NBEV. I wish this one was tradable. If anybody can see NBEV right now, look at this thing spike. It's going up to $2 even now, so it's up from 169 where it closed, or 159, and this thing's picking up some volume and moving. Unfortunately, this is one of the few that are not tradable. There's still a decent amount of options for me to trade, though. What's up, Tech Boost? Hey, welcome, brother. Welcome, man. I got you. Who get this? Give me a second, man. I got you. Here, let me add it right now. My main watches are really NEPT, ABIL, and MYND. But there's a few other ones that look good. As long as some of these don't pull back before the close or before the open, I like those a little bit more. That's what I'm watching thus far. Also CRON and some of the cannabis stocks, CRON and CGC and TLLY, are kind of added to that list, but I'm still going to be careful with those for sure. But yeah, so just gonna have to watch these four. NBEV isn't tradable, but there's still a lot of gaps to possibly fill, which is what I'm looking at. I hope everyone liked that video I uploaded this weekend. I get a lot of questions about the VWAP fade, and so I kind of just, I made a video about what specifically I look for, the different conditions I look for with the VWAP fade, and it seemed to get a pretty good response from people. So hope everybody enjoyed that video. And give me a second. I'm going to see where Mitch is at. Drink some coffee maybe. Alright, let's see. Yeah, give me 1 second, guys. I'm looking some stuff up real quick. But yeah, let me know how the stream's running. Like I said, guys, let me know how the stream's running. I'm trying to test this new internet connection that I have. What's up, the best? Good morning, brother. Alright, let's see where Mitch is at, man. Mitch is usually here by now. I guess I could try to call him again. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to actually call Mitch, see where he's at. Give me 1 second, guys. But the market's looking pretty good today. Mitch's phone is off. Let's try to Skype him. Yo, yo, what's up, man?
Yo, 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 good morning.
All right, guys, we got Mitch on the stream here today. Uh,
What's
so,
going on, guys? How we doing? Good morning.
and it
Money
look, yes,
Mondays.
sir. And it looks like my stream is actually running pretty well. It better be, considering that I upgraded to like it's supposedly the best internet here, or the best internet that Comcast has, which I'm a little skeptical of Comcast in general, but the internet is working good. So that's good to see. I still have a 7 download speed, so a terrible download speed, but my upload speed's good. That's all I really care about. So yeah, good morning, Mitch. How you doing, man? The market's looking pretty good, brother.
Yeah, man. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Manny, Arian. We got James, Seven, Eddie, Who Get This, Tech Booze. Welcome to the chat, brother.
Yep,
Welcome
yep.
to the chat.
Yes, sir. All right, so
All right.
it's Monday.
See Tiva on there.
Yeah, man,
It's
that's
one of
up.
my favorite stocks, man.
Yeah, man, up, gapping up some. I mean, it's a higher. It looks like a higher float stock, or it's either a higher float stock or it has a small range, but it's gapping up nicely. Looks strong, has decent volume. Also looking at NEPT, which is probably my main watch. I was watching ABIL, but look at this pullback on ABIL. It kind of just ruins it for me, man. And if you can trade NBEV, NBEV is looking really good as well. The volume's really hot on that one. So yeah, 3 main watches are these 3: TEVA, MYND, and NEPT. I was watching ABIL, like I said, but the volume is just terrible at this point for that one. So just terrible volume with it. So unfortunately, not terrible. I don't know what I'm talking about. So in ABEV, the volume's good, but it already filled this gap, which the whole point of Mitch and I's strategy, the VWAP fade, is to take advantage of an overextended stock, and when it fills the gap already in pre-market and only has a little bit of room, about 10 cents, it's not quite as overextended as I prefer it to be, and so for that reason, I probably won't end up trading ABIL, but NEPT looks good, MYND looks good, TEVA looks good, so we got a few different gappers. CLRB gapping up some as well. So yeah, we got some options today. And really quick, before we get on to the news, today's news and watch list is brought to you by SnapTrade. That's SNAPTRADE.US. Really awesome free website to take advantage of. I share my morning watch list with a decent amount of traders here each morning. And so you can see I have today's watch list here. If you're interested in getting my watch list shared with you, all you have to do is sign up to SnapTrade. It's 100% free. And message me your username or email. I'll add you to the list. But it also has a free scanner here. You can see lots of pre-selected scans, high gainer volatile, high gainer penny stocks, crypto world, whatever you like to trade, whatever sector you like to trade, they have it for you. There's also a top list, which is checking out the best stocks in the market on that particular day. And they have a really dynamic way of finding that out. And so go check out their discovery feature as well. But yeah, like I said, I usually just typically use them to look up the news. I can just select watch list here and it will show me the news on my watch list. And so a really awesome free website for traders to use. Go check it out. That's snaptrade.us, SNAPTRADE.us. And I'll go ahead and post the link here. But yeah, my internet's running well, man. I'm surprised. With 7 download speed, I guess download doesn't really matter for streaming. But yeah, I'll take it, man, for sure. I'm happy with that.
I like NEPT. That I like also.
Daily Swings says, I am currently trading with TD Ameritrade. What do you all use? Commissions are killing me trading OTC stocks. So the big thing is, like, I don't really trade OTC stocks, but the broker I use is called TEFS, which is TEFS. You can see it on the left side of the screen. It's TradeNet's partnering broker. You can't really trade much. I don't think you probably can trade any OTC stocks, but commissions are really cheap. They're like $3 for a round trip if you're using under 250 shares. Really good platform, really good fills, and so I'm using TEFS, which is TradeNet's partnering broker. It's on the left side of the screen. Hey, what's up, Sean? That's right, Seven. Hey, it better be, man. I paid for the giga internet, so if anybody doesn't know what a giga is supposed to be 1,000 megabytes per second. I kind of feel like I'm getting ripped off because instead of 1,000 megabytes per second for download speed, I'm running 7. Which is close, but I'd prefer to get it at least up to like 900. And so my upload speed's good. That's all I care about. It's like 45, 50, and so that's fine. Upload speed's good. That's what matters ultimately with streaming anyway. So, but I'm waiting for some text to come out to my house. Yeah, looking at CLRB, NLST, INPX, a little bit cheaper stocks than I really like trading. NLST's gapping up though, INPX. And yeah, these are, I've seen these before. These are a little bit cheap for me. But hey, NIO, big IPO on Friday and Thursday. NIO, moving some, kind of pulling back some from its highs. What's up, John Russell? Good morning, man. Hey, John Russell, I just saw you had texted me back or messaged me back on Facebook this weekend. And so, sorry it took me a while to get back with you, man. But yeah, if you have any questions about it, John, just let me know, man. I'll do my best to help you. What's up, Lavish? What's up, Lavish? Yeah, U-Stock, huh? Yeah, I kind of miss U-Stock. It's been a while, man. I probably end up depositing a little bit of money into Robinhood and as well as U-Stock is probably what I'll end up doing. All right, so let's look up the news on some of these, see what's going on with a lot of these stocks. All right, so the first one I'm looking at is NEPT. NEPT gapping up. It's the bottom left chart on my monitor.
So this is probably my favorite one so far.
NEPT?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. That's what it looks good. Good volume. Overextended gap up. If ABIL would have stayed up there, it wouldn't have been bad, but it has the best volume, best overextension. Looks like the best kind of option for us to trade. So NEPT is up after the company stated that they received a confirmation of readiness letter from Health Canada. The reason they sent that is because Health Canada put in an application for a license to produce cannabis oil, and NEPT received a letter of readiness from them, and so that's making a gap up. Next one I'm looking at is MYND. That's probably my second favorite one today. Gapping up at the top right here. You can see gapping up from 180 to 254. So definitely a little extended, I think. Hey, appreciate the sub, John. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. All right, so it sounds like MYND, their analytics Peer 4.0 was granted a breakthrough device status by the the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, and so yeah, they received breakthrough device status on the FDA's list, and they also they basically received breakthrough device status by the FDA, and that's why MYND is gapping up. Another one I'm looking at, it's the top left. It's TEVA. TEVA. Gapping up from 2285 to 2433. Let's see what we got with this one. All right, so TEVA's preventative migraine treatment was, in fact, approved by the FDA. So the FDA approval for TEVA, that's usually a pretty legit catalyst. We'll see where this one goes. NIO is just a recent IPO. I don't think I even really have to look at that. Looking at CLRB top or the bottom right now, gapping up. You can see from 219 to 267. So yeah, the FDA granted. Interesting. And so yeah, the FDA granted rare pediatric disease designation to CLRB's CLR131 biodrug, which is ultimately for the treatment of osteosarcoma, which is a form of pediatric cancer. And so yeah, so FDA granted rare pediatric disease designation to their biodrug for CLRB, and it's gapping up a decent amount. Another one I'm looking at that I can't trade, unfortunately, but looks really good. This one probably would be my favorite if I could trade it, is NBEV. Gapping up from 159 to 204. A lot of volume, a lot of people watching NBEV here, and it just started to run in pre-market. And it sounds like the reason this one is up is because they were awarded trademarks related to their cannabis-infused drinks. So their cannabis drinks received a new trademark, or a few new trademarks related to it. So NBEV up on that news. And that's basically it. I'm kind of looking at AWSM as well as the cannabis stocks. You can see AWSM gapping up from 518 to 591.
One of the things you'll notice from all those news is that they're all kind of pointing towards the hot sector, which is cannabis. You're gonna start seeing stocks start changing names, start trying to get into the business, just because it's kind of hot right now. And this is kind of the same way they did with the shipping stocks back then, or the cryptos. So what you want to do is kind of just start looking around to see where the news is going to come out of. A lot of times you're going to start seeing stocks slowly start putting out news that they're getting into the business. Keep an eye on these. These could eventually, really get some lift if the big stocks like CGC and TLRY hold.
Right.
So what we want them to do is we want them to crash, but we're not willing to go ahead and try to hit them right now. They're still in the process where they're finding their price ranges and where the price is actually going to find its market value. Right now, it's definitely not at market value, as the change in volatility in CGC and TLRY is really big. So this shows that the price, that no one's pricing this right now. It's probably not going to be 56. It's probably not going to be down there by $20. Somewhere in between there is going to be, it's going to find a little bit of range. So what we want to see is this stock really going down, or are they going to hold and get back up? They will affect NEPT today, and it will affect a couple other stocks.
Right, for sure. And one thing I was really thinking about doing, and this is just a thesis of mine, it's just speculating. Like I don't like, so all these cannabis stocks, in my opinion, are moving in relation to in relation to cannabis being legalized recreationally in Canada, and I believe it starts October 6th. And so I think as that approaches closer and closer, I think some of these are going to start to run up more and more. And they may be good put. I mean, I've been really thinking about buying calls for some of these cheaper cannabis stocks just to see if they start moving up as well. And so that's kind of one of my swing trading ideas. I'm not an investment professional. I don't give investment advice for profit. Not liable for any losses you take trading the market or anything like that. You always got to trade using your own decisions and trade responsibly. This is just kind of my thesis on it. But that's something I am. What do you think about that, Mitch? Buying calls in anticipation of the October 6th legalization date for cannabis in Canada?
I think you got to figure out where the cheap stocks are, though, because if you go and you try to buy an option into, like, say, CGC right now,
right,
that option is going to cost you way too much.
Right. I'm thinking more like CRON, IGC, even maybe IGC, MYND.
Even then, what I would say is you have to, with options, it's all about the pricing of the option.
Right.
It's not necessarily if the stock is going to go up or down. You also got to take into account how much you're going to pay for that option. Right. So there's a couple ways of doing this. Actually figuring out the intrinsic value of the option. But what you want to do is, if that's your idea and you want to go ahead and do just a call, but there's different strategies you can do. You can do maybe you think it's going to increase but then decrease. You can do a little bit further out and do like a straddle. what's called an option straddle. There's so
I'm still
many
pretty lost with options, man. I don't really know
Yeah,
what I'm
there's so
talking
many
about.
different techniques and options that, naked calls are, yeah, what you can make your money on, but it's not really the way to go. What you want to do is figure out a way to kind of minimize risk with options.
Hedge it a little
And
bit by puts as
yeah,
well.
exactly. So
Yeah.
you can do like what's called a straddle. Um, and then you could put like where you think the stock is, like say CGC, you think it can maximum go up to 60, but it's not going to get below 40. So you could put in between there, and if the price stays in between there, you'll make more. You'll make a lot of money, and if it gets a little bit outside of it, you'll still be okay.
I'll still be green, yeah.
Um, yeah, you'll still be okay as long as it doesn't get to like 70 or 30,
Right. No,
something
that
like
makes
that.
sense. That makes sense.
And then so like that's it's kind of confusing when we get into options, but definitely in the future, looking forward towards having some more option play. Maybe
Yeah, for sure.
we find the right trader that trades options and
Right.
can get us in also.
Right. I was just gonna put like $100 maybe into like a Robinhood account. I was also thinking about maybe starting to trade the VWAP bounce on U stock trade just to learn it a little bit more. But we'll figure that out. Let me catch
Yeah.
back up on the chat.
So
What's up, man? Thinking of opening. AA says, "What's up, man? Thinking of opening a trade net. Curious as to how taxes work. Do you only report the 70% profit you receive when you withdraw? Hate that you have to manually input everything. Honestly, I don't. I haven't ever paid taxes on it just because I've never been profitable enough to pay taxes. I guess I could write off losses, but I'm not sure how that would work, and so I've never really found myself in that problem. I think that's a good problem to have if you're profitable enough to have to pay taxes on it. And so I guess we'll see when that. It's best to ask them because I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, I would honestly, if you're at that point, I would contact maybe a lawyer or something like that that knows, or accountant that knows, the laws, because there's a lot of different things you're getting into when you're getting into that, and you don't want to go ahead and make a mistake. So I would go ahead and contact a professional.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I would just recommend, especially if you're in the profit and you have that money that you could use to get the advice, at least for the first couple times until you understand it a little better.
Right. It's always best to ask a pro. I don't want to give you the wrong info. You know what I mean? I don't
No,
want to tell you the wrong
it's
answer.
it's definitely something that you gotta look into, because if you're doing it through TradeNet, your first reimbursement comes back to you as a refund. So essentially, if your first reimbursement coming back to you as a refund, you wouldn't have to technically pay taxes on that.
Right.
But so that's where we that's why I'm recommending you get an accountant or professional that can actually go into the
Figure it out.
laws and tell you if if you're going to be at risk of any audit or something like that.
Right. 100%. So Victor says, "Hey, thanks for your work. I'm new to this field and my English is poor yet, so I understand 10 to 20%, but I'm working on it. Your videos are helpful. I just wanted to share. Hey, appreciate it, Victor. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support."
It's exactly what we're here for, man.
Yep.
Here to help the beginning traders really learn to establish a good plan and execute.
Yes, sir. So Dante, are any of these swingable? I mean, I guess you could swing some of them. I don't,
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, at the end of the day, swing trades are essentially just more daily chart trading.
Right.
Kind of what you want to do if you're doing swing trading, I would really start understanding RSI, strength, um, and you really have to understand the daily resistance and the daily support so that you can start understanding your risk to reward. With swing trading, your risk to reward should be more like 5 to 1 or 6 to 1, so that when you do make your wins, you'll be able to cover all the small losses that you'll have, and
Yeah.
that way you'll be able to be profitable.
Yeah, for sure. And it's swing trading is something that I feel like I know day trading pretty well. Swing trading, I mean, I'm decent at swing trading. I've had mixed results with it. I have a few strategies that I use for swing trading, but none of them have been extremely profitable. And so it's kind of at that stage now where I'm just kind of playing around with it, trying to learn, which is kind of what I think all traders have to do when they learn something. It's just kind of experiment, try to figure out what works. So AA said, "I know you said penny stocks are hit or miss, but how often are they a miss?" it's either have 2 brokers in trade every day on TradeNet. TradeNet just gives me a little wiggle room for more than one trade. Yeah, man. So, I mean, I think somebody else explained it to me where it's like, if the stock has less than 500,000 shares traded in the last 3 months, that's when it's not tradable. But a large majority of stocks, you know, at like under $1.50 are not going to be tradable. Some of them are, like out of the top of my head, like Cedro SDRL. Oh wait, it had a split, so now it's up to 20s. But before, this one was tradable. Some are tradable, but like I said, it's a large majority of cheap penny stocks are not tradable, and so you do want to understand that. And it really depends on what you define as a penny stock. I would say most stocks under $1.50, $1 are not going to be tradable, and probably about 70% of stocks over that are tradable.
All right, guys, get into that time, 9:26. We usually want to do this around 9:25, but 1 minute late, it's not bad. Let's start really focusing in, visualizing our trade here, guys, understanding what we want to see at the open, the important levels that you're going to be looking at to go ahead and best execute your trade. One of the key things I always say is if you're not ready, then you're going to see the results in your trading. You know, the approach is the destination, and if your approach isn't the right way, if you're not taking your full, you know, review in the morning and really setting your levels, then when the open comes, you get overwhelmed and you make simple mistakes. Yeah. And those are the ones as traders that we need to avoid.
Yes.
No, it's the mental mistakes that we can't have. You know, if it's just a stock that goes against you, that's going to happen tons of times. But what you really don't want to be doing is making mental errors by trading something you normally wouldn't. Right. So understand the levels you're looking for, visualize your trade, see what you're looking for so that when the open comes and it follows that plan, you have no fear and you just purely execute. All right, guys. Getting focused, looking at any PT, guys.
3 minutes. Yep.
I'm going to be watching this one. The important level to break there, guys, it's going to be that 48.
Hold it down, Mitch. I'll be right back.
48.50. That 48.50 level is what I'm going to look for. I wanted to get really down through that and get down to about 35. Once it gets to that 35, I'll look for that VWAP fade. This stock could go long, guys. It does have some good strength with the lead stocks behind it. Tiva is looking interesting. It's going to the support right now as we speak, hitting the 28s right there. 24, 10, and 11 is really a support there. Next move down is to 23.73. Going to really be watching this one. This stock has a tendency of really crashing hard. If I look on the 5 minute, we've had 1 push, 2 push, 3 push.
All right.
One more push to get maybe up to that VWAP where 24.41 and then the fail.
Yeah, look at AWSM starting to run up here.
There's NEPT making a downturn. Remember, guys, we want to see it really crush through that 48 with high volume. Tiva's looking really heavy on the red side, but like I said, the next move down is 23.72. It's at the support right now, and what we want to see is the stock kind of make a bullish move before the open. 9:29, guys, get locked in.
Yep.
Let's get loaded. Let's make it Money Mondays. Let's go.
What's up, Tiny? Good morning. Hey, where's the NYC been? I haven't seen NYC in a while. All right, so looking at NEPT, MYND, probably my 2 favorites here. Also, AWSM spiking up a little bit. It's at 605. It's up about $1 from where it closed.
Let's do this, guys. All right, John. So set your share size right. Let's do this. Let's focus in.
Yeah, I got it, man. It's at 300.
There you go.
All right, guys, we got 5 seconds, so let's have a good day today. Starting off the week using bigger sizing. We'll see how that works. If I have to buy another TradeNet account, that's cool too. Just trying to take my shot here. So, all right, let's see. So ABIL is back up to that $4 range. It seems to have some room.
It's Tiva making that move to 72, the one that I wanted to see, guys.
VWAP's got to be a little bit lower though, I think. I think the VWAP's a little bit too high.
There.
Cannabis stocks washing some here.
There's any PT, guys, at that support level, guys. It's going through it and hitting the other support, which is 41.
Yep. I want to see the... I was just looking for... I want to see the VWAP drop a little bit closer down to this 455 level for any PT. That's when I would prefer to enter that trade. Even I wouldn't mind any PT dropping down to the 430s really quick before bouncing back up there. I like that move a little bit more too. NBEV just broke underneath the VWAP. It may pull back to the VWAP here, and the VWAP's right around $2. Unfortunately, I can't trade NBEV, but it doesn't look bad on any NBEV. MYMD filling some of this gap too. It's just not close enough to the VWAP for me to want to jump in this as a VWAP fade, but we should get a few. All right, so here we go. So here goes NEPT. VWAP dropped a little bit. Watching it for sure. Watching it closely. When NEPT, it's up to 451. I'll take 200 shares if it can get up to 455. There we go. 56. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a little close. If I got in this, I would want it to... It's super close to the high of the day, which is sketchy for me.
Yeah, it was close. Really close there.
And so anytime it gets close to the high of the day, I get inherently nervous just because it could easily squeeze up and break the high of the day, maybe even get halted. So that's what I have to look out for with these types. It ended up washing back down. And so maybe it would have good entry, but it's just a little bit too risky at that point, and I got to keep an eye on my risk to reward for those. All right, it's up to 54. 55. I just think the risk of this thing pulling a washout long is pretty high. ABIL doesn't look bad here. Maybe it was the perfect fade, man.
I just made a really quick trade, guys. I didn't want to call it out because it was a really quick scalp on Tiva. I got in there 200 shares there at the VWAP there, and I just quickly bought it back up there on the support at 211s. Was able to get filled a little bit underneath, have $30 secured. I'm going to use that $30 to go ahead and try to really develop a position. NEPT, the reason why I think you held and it was good to hold is the spread actually spread out about 3 to 4 cents, and the move was only 10 cents.
Right. I didn't jump into it, you know.
Yeah, I actually like that you didn't take that trade.
It would have to drop a little bit more, like maybe break under this.
Yeah, there's just not enough. There's not enough risk to reward there, guys. The risk is all the way back up to the highs, so we don't want that. I'm watching Tiva. I wanted to go back and make an attempt for that resistance that it got off of, which was the 24.45.
Look at NIO here, man. So, it's really tempting to take NIO here, honestly, guys. Really, really tempting to take NIO here.
MYND made a nice move also. That made a really nice move.
I can't jump in NIO. It's just it's not overextended enough, but it looks beautiful. But I gotta follow my risk, my plan. Maybe if it gets up to 940, but that's it.
I'm looking at MYND also.
Yeah, I'm watching that one too. It would have to get up to 240.
Tiva made a nice rejection at the VWAP there.
All right, so NEPT breaking under these lows here. See if it holds. Starting to look weak. There's 430s.
All right. Also keeping an eye on GERN, guys. GERN.
Yeah, I see.
But this isn't my favorite. This is a C plus pattern, guys. Because
Yep.
the gap up, it was a gap down, guys. So this is not our best play here. This would be a C plus move. I like MYND. That looks more like a B plus move because of the volume.
Right.
If not, it would be an A.
Like there goes
Tiva and
NIO did it perfectly. A beautiful VWAP fade on NIO. Look at that, man. That was it right there, man. 937 called that one out. Just couldn't.
SAEX guys going long there. I'm not going long, but it's definitely ripping out there. You guys can keep an eye on this stock.
Ugh, it hurts. NIO.
I'm not sure what's going on with this stock, but definitely fast moving there, guys. SAAX there.
All right, so we got a few options for the VWAP fade now. If any PT can get up to the 945 level, I'll take it.
The spread is insane on SAX, though. Look at GERN there, guys. It's starting to look beautiful. Last bounce in the 50s.
ABIL's pulling back to the VWAP, but this is one of those ones that have just way too low a volume for me to trade.
All right, I want to see Tiva get up here to the VWAP and reject the VWAP. When it rejects VWAP, I'll try to get short somewhere at 24, 25, and I can risk off at 31.
I'm looking for any PT or NYND.
I like GERN also if it can get back up there. I don't think it will, though. I think GERN's done, but...
Yeah, it already filled the gap. I'm looking at MYMD. It's probably what I'm closest to jumping in right now.
Man, that was a nice VWAP fade on GERN.
I'm in with 200 shares on MYND. I'm going to add a little bit more when it gets up to 230s. There it is. Let me go ahead and add 100 here. Alright, so I'm in with 300 shares at 229.
On what stock?
On MYND. Beautiful.
Ooh, I didn't get filled.
Alright, so I just took 200 shares off at that big move, that big drop. I'm going to let the rest work.
Yeah, I had my order out there at 40 and didn't get filled.
Let's see if we get a bigger drop here. I'm going to cut this last one a little bit short. See if we can crack under the lows.
I think you got 210 right now.
It's just a little sketchy, honestly, a little squeezy.
Remember, the volume just got big. It could slam down.
Yeah, I'm going to see.
You've taken some profit. Just leave the rest break even. Wasn't able to get in there. Thought it was gonna test the resistance at 45, so that's why I put my order out 40.
Right.
But good entry and good profit taken at what you took at 219.
Yep.
All right, that's a good profit right there.
Yeah, it's right around the low, man. We'll see if
watching GERN, guys. GERN.
NEPT kind of faded. It got up to 440. Not quite enough, though. But it didn't look bad. Here's 217, 216. Nice.
Too much volume going in there on GERN at the bottom. I don't like that. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3,000 orders.
I just got out
at 538.
A little bit early exit, but I got out at 223. I was worried he's gonna get squeezed up, but.
All right, watching TV guys.
Thus is my major mistake that I do every day, which is never holding it to its full potential.
Hey, that's all we gotta do is just learn.
Right.
That's it. All right, guys, I'm watching Tiva for a bounce here, guys. Or it might just crush through 24. I would like it to bounce and reject going over 24.15.
Look at NIO. It faded off the VWAP once perfectly already. And it's starting to creep back up there.
All right, there's Tiva crashing down there, guys. I missed the 24 entry. I wanted to take it, but I hit 23.99s, didn't get filled.
Are you still
I'm
holding
looking
some?
for a bounce. No, I'm looking for a bounce to 24.9s or 24 to take some shares in here. Definitely a beautiful trade here, guys. Bear flag just breaking down good there. Just missed that 24 entry. I'm willing to take it if it bounces back to that or somewhere in the 90s. But man, that was beautiful. Down to 70s there. Look at that, guys.
Look at that
This
wash.
is the trade.
I think this one and NIO, like NIO had a beautiful fade that I barely missed. And
Yeah,
NIO is
but
right up to the VWAP now, but
my thing with NIO is that
not
it's a new
extended.
stock.
And
It's
it's
a new
not
stock.
right.
I don't do that new stock game. That's just there's way too many institutional traders in it.
Right, for sure. In NIO, it's not as extended on the upside. It's hard, really, to be honest, it's hard to really tell if it's extended on the upside just because it's such a new stock. You don't know what overextended is. It's a recent IPO. You know what I mean? And so it's like you can't really tell. Of course, now if I'm looking at it, it faded beautifully, but I'm not, like Mitch said earlier, it wasn't an A+, it was a B-. But sometimes B- is a passing. You know, sometimes B- is work. And NIO was an example of that. Yeah, QTT was another one I forgot to mention this morning. QTT.
50,000 shares going through there at 24 on Tiva.
Look at QTT this morning, Mitch. That thing faded perfectly. Look at this beautiful fade off of QTT right here. The perfect fade right there.
Watching also ABIL. ABIL looks interesting.
Yeah, be careful. I looked at ABIL earlier. It had 0 volume.
Yeah, something's going weird with it. I was just kind of keeping an eye on it.
Robinhood is filing their own IPO. Can't wait. What? Robinhood is going to be a public company. I don't know if that's a good idea. I know if Robinhood is public and they have one of those, like I've had days on Robinhood where nobody can get in or out of a trade. Everybody's stuck in the trade. If they are a public company and days like that happen, you know, I think a lot of people are going to start shorting it, you know. I do think Robinhood is the future of trading to a certain extent. Brokers like Robinhood and Webull. Look at NBEV, man. That thing just tanked. NIO still around that little VWAP fade territory here. You can see the fade one here, which is the one I'm really bummed out I missed. That was a beautiful one. And then it's kind of fading here. I called both of these out. Like I said, though, this isn't an A+ trade for NIO. It'd be more like a B- just because it's not a big up gap that's extended. I mean, it may be a little extended, but not an A+, B-. There goes NIO back up to 905. Got to be careful here. It could be starting to reverse.
Guys, watching Run RUN here. RUN. It's low volume, so I'm not going to take full size, but I'm willing to risk 10 cents off that 13. So I'd get in at 12.90s, trying to get this move back to 12.71s.
Just be careful, low volume, man.
Yeah, it is low volume.
I'd give it maybe a B setup, B- setup, just because it's not really. I mean, let me look at the daily real quick. If the daily.
Yeah, the risk to reward is there, but the volume is the one going against it, so it is a B.
Yeah. But sometimes B's work, you know.
Exactly. I'm looking for a good entry.
Amazon is tanking. Let's see. Amazon is tanking. What's going on with Amazon?
Check the overall market.
Yeah, the overall market is tanking. It's not Amazon.
That's what I always do.
Yeah.
Any big stock like that, I don't even pay attention to it. I just pull the overall market.
Yeah, I mean, the SPY's bouncing back some, and so is Amazon. But yeah, they're just following each other. Amazon's big enough to where it's kind of one of those stocks that the market follows it, and it follows the market.
NEPT, that was a nice move in the end. We'll be able to review that one after.
NEPT?
Yeah, we'll review that one after.
Yeah, it's like I said. The biggest thing with it is that Mitch and I have talked about it before, but like when the stock gets this close to the high of the day on the pullback, like if the VWAP isn't low enough and it gets this close, the chances of it getting massively squeezed up, and I mean like a serious squeeze, like possible halt on the way up, it increases when it gets that close to the high of the day. And that's kind of the worst case scenario with these VWAP fades, is getting caught in a halt on the way up and being stuck, you know. And so I got to try to avoid that at all costs, you know what I mean? But a beautiful
100%.
little pattern. After that fade, a beautiful little pattern on the way down, but, you know.
Your stock is going to make that one last attempt here.
MYND?
Let's see if it gets up past 28 or if it crashes through those 216s, 217s here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm mixed on it, man. The reason I got out is because it continued to find some support there, and I just wanted to take profits, which is a moment of weakness on my mind, in my opinion, and I can acknowledge that at least. But yeah, I mean, I think it might take through here. It's overextended on the upside for sure. I think it's got some room down to the 180s, at least $2, and so I think it'll probably get down to 2 today, but we'll see. Really quick while I have a break, if anybody's interested in signing up to TradeNet, I do have a link that can get you 20% off for the rest of this month. Let me see. Okay, yeah, so here it is. If anybody's interested in getting 20% off TradeNet packages, or I think it's not TradeNet packages, I think it's just the intro package. And so if anybody's interested in getting 20% off the intro package on TradeNet and 10% off all the other packages, I do have this link here. I'll put it in the chat. I do make a small commission if you go through the link, but it's a pretty good deal, and you can't get it just by going to their website. And so if you go through my link, you can get 20% off an intro package. And so instead of paying $500, you're paying $399 for it. I'm honest about it, though. Like I said, the biggest flaw with TradeNet is that some penny stocks are not tradable. And so you do want to take that into consideration. It's fine for me. It's kind of the perfect broker for me just because there's lots of shorts, cheap commissions, good fills, nice platform. And I usually trade stocks in between like $2 and $30. But if you only like trading penny stocks, specifically stocks under $1.50 $1, it may not be the broker for you. But yeah, like I said, if you want that 20% off, there's the link there. Go check that out. And like I said, we make a small commission from it. But if you want to help support the channel, you can go through our link, and we really appreciate it. It's one of the ways we keep this live stream free. And so, you know, check that out if you can. We'll see what MYND does here. It's right around 220. Chaser. So if your Thinkorswim is delayed, you want to. I think I have a video on that actually. Give me a second. I think I have a video on how to get real-time quotes on Thinkorswim. So let me find it for you, brother, and I'll try to post it in here. Let me see, where is it? I know I have one. Here it is. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna post a video for you, man. It's a video teaching you how to get real-time on Thinkorswim. And so let me post that video for you, bro. Alright, so yeah, if you're still getting 20% delayed, check out this video. It teaches you how to get real-time quotes on Thinkorswim. So go check out that video.
RUN wasn't a bad one. MYND is now on that 216. Looks like it just broke it to 215. Right. Looks like we might get this crackdown right here.
We'll see.
There's the weight. There's the weight, guys. That's reading time and sales. Weight goes in there, and then it follows.
Yeah. We'll see how wrong I was by getting out early.
Well, you were already wrong.
All right. Oh no, for sure. I'm definitely. That's what I said. That's why the key word is how wrong. How wrong I was.
Let's find out.
Right. It's kind of like you don't know how. It's kind of like what other people say. You know, you find yourself in that trading position where you know you're going to make money. You don't know how much money you're going to make. This is kind of like the opposite. I know how much money I could have made. We're just going to see how much more money I could have made. You know. Look at NBEV, man. If I could trade NBEV, I would definitely take it here, but it's not tradable. Look at NBEV, Mitch. Beautiful pattern there. Tight risk at 192s. Decent reward at 175 maybe on NBEV. If anyone wants to see what I'm talking about. This one's not tradable, unfortunately, for me. But look at this fade right here. Tight risk. If I was in this trade, I could set my risk here at 191, 192. Reward would be all the way down to 176. So tight risk reward. Oh, Andre, you're taking the opposing trade. Is what I'm saying, man. Hey, brother, I'm not in it, so I hope it works out for you. But, you know, you jump in at 186. It looks like good risk to reward for NBEV. Unfortunately, I can't trade it. But yeah, man, it's just like I put that video out talking about the conditions, man. Mitch and I both had profitable days thus far, kind of using that kind of as your guide, you know. If you want to look for overextended stocks like NBEV, MYND, NEPT, and look, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but Mitch and I are short traders, right? And if you look at all the main stocks we're watching for these shorts, they're all of them in bearish trends. Every single one of these are in a bearish trend. NBEV, NIO, NEPT, MYND, you know, CLRB, GERN, every one of them is washing out today, and I think it's just a down day in the market. It's 700 from the 14K they fund your account with. So like AA, so for instance, your max loss, at least with an intro package, is 13,300. And now it doesn't follow you. Like, so for instance, if you bring that account up from 14K to 15K, your max loss is 1,700 instead of 700. So it's still going to be 13,300. So it's not going to follow you, like, you know what I mean? So if you bring it up, you have a bigger max loss. So like, right, like I said, if you bring it up to 15K instead of a 700 max loss, it's a 1,700 max loss, just because it's still going to be that 13,300 level. Cal, so all I can say, Cal, it's best to ask them. You know what I mean? It's best to ask TradeNet. But from my experience, I've opened up a few different TradeNet accounts, and so what usually happens is that I sign up, they send me my login for the course, they send me my login for the chat room and stuff like that. Usually within a day or two, my account manager contacts me, and as soon as he contacts me, usually I'm just kind of like, hey, look, I want the funded account as soon as possible. Like, please send me my login for the funded account as soon as you can. And within 2 or 3 days, I get that login. And so usually within like 4 days after signing up, they send me the funded account. But it's best to ask them. You know what I mean? It's 100% best to ask them and just reach out to them. Yeah, T America. I'm pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure they gave me credit for it. You know, I trust them for the most part, but judging by my last month, I'm pretty sure they gave me credit for the commissions. What criteria do you look for to find your bear stocks? I mean, very easy. It's just overextension is the main thing I look for. For me to actually take the trade, I want good volume, and I have a little bit more rules. If I'm actually going to take the trade, but just to look for a bearish trend, it's simple. I just look for an overextended stock on the upside. And so like any PT gapping up over 10%, MYND gapping up over 10%, NBEV gapping up over 10%, NIO didn't gap up over 10%, but it was pretty up from where it IPO'd a few days ago. But this is a little sketchy one to trade in my opinion. CLRB gapping up over 10%. And so I'm usually looking for the stock to gap up at least 10% or more and then be overextended on the upside is what I really look for. AWSM. Yeah, AWSM. A little bear flag there. A little bull flag, I'm sorry. A little bull flag there.
Looking at Tiva.
Yeah, Tiva. Right back up there. Risk could be at 24.15, 24.20. Not a bad risk area. If you set your reward maybe down to this low at 23.70, but you know, we'll see.
Testing hard above it and closing above it. So one of the things I want to do is I want it to turn red.
The thing I don't like about it, the only thing I don't like about it is that you can see this big long down wick on that first red candle, and it went right down to that previous support level at 23.70 where it bounced off of, and then it bounces off of there again. And so that big down wick is what makes me a little nervous about that one. Just because that means buying pressure to a certain extent, which so basically there are some bulls watching this one. But we'll see. I mean, it doesn't look bad still, but it's over the VWAP now. Hey, good job, Andre. Hey, nice work, brother. Nice work, man. Ugh, I got that Mac Miller song stuck in my head. The Best Day Ever. Anybody know that song? It's been like in my head for the last 2 days. But yeah, this is something like I think we should really go for it on Mondays and Tuesdays, man. Mondays and Tuesdays are when we have the legit best days. That's when we start doing really well is Monday and Tuesdays. Wednesdays, little sketchy. Thursdays are usually pretty good. Fridays are a little sketchy as well. And so, you know, I think Monday and Tuesdays, those are the days where we really need to build our accounts up more.
Without a doubt.
Look at Cron. CRON. Look at Cron.
Yeah, I definitely don't like it there.
At 1040s. I mean, it's fading. I mean, and 1050 can be your risk is what I would look for with it.
Yeah, but you're losing track of everything we talked about pre-market.
Oh, right. No, for sure. I'm not going to trade it. Don't worry about that. But I'm just looking at, anytime I see a fade, I kind of just have to acknowledge it. I don't know if it, I mean, I don't know. It ran up a lot on Friday.
You'd have to do it off of 1050.
Yeah.
And then it's already pushing on it right now.
Yep.
MYND doesn't look that bad there.
MYND.
Yep.
I'm not gonna sing it, Manny. I'm not the greatest singer, man. You know. I just got it stuck in my head. Look at NEPT, man. NEPT pulling up right there. Doesn't look bad. Risk 440s.
It's probably where my entry would be.
But yeah, today's definitely a VWAP fade kind of day. I've seen a lot of them. And like, even I'm glad Andre made money, but I was actually right with this one too. I'm not even saying Audrey was wrong because he made money, so he was right. But look at this fade on any NBEV. Beautiful little fade. Today's definitely a fade type of day. I've seen almost every stock I looked at fade successfully off the VWAP a few times today. NEPT, NBEV, MYND, NIO, TIBA. So we're getting a lot of fades today. And look, there's Kron, big drop too. Got really close to that risk area of 1050 though. Fortnite, Adelie. Hey, y'all want to play Fortnite? Let me know, man. We can play. I don't play Fortnite that much. I'm more of a PUBG kind of person, but if you want to play Fortnite with me, let me know, man. I'll play with you. You know, really, my favorite game is UFC 3. I've been playing that like crazy lately. Yeah, look at that fade on NEPT, man. There it goes.
Yeah, it didn't get up to the level I wanted.
I mean, I think you and I approach it slightly differently in that regard. Like, I don't mind taking a little bit, like 5 or 10 cents away, and then adding is what I usually do. Like, that's kind of how I scale into it. Is like I take some 5 or 10 cents away, and then if it gets up that level, I add it, and then set a tight risk. You know, which I don't think is a bad way to approach it. I think
it depends your share size.
Right.
That's really what it depends. I think even at 300 or 400, I think you're cutting it a little tight by adding. Because of the commissions.
Right, for sure.
But if you're getting up there in the 500s or above, I think then the ads is not a problem.
Right.
Because the commission rate is not going to be as high.
Right,
relative to your position.
For sure. And look at Kron, though. Kron faded off the VWAP as well. But like Mitch said, it wasn't an A+ setup. But Kron, like I said, the risk, if I would have gotten in Kron, risk would have been at 1050. And so it barely didn't touch it. It got up to 1049 and then just crashed down 30 cents or so really quickly. I have an Xbox, guys. Xbox for life, you know. I'm not a PlayStation type of person. Last PlayStation I had was the original PlayStation back in the 90s where I played Crash Bandicoot. Lately, I have been playing the new Donkey Kong with my daughter and son. We've been playing that a lot. And when we have a Switch as well.
Man, look at Run. It just never went to that 1290, so that would have been nice to take.
Yeah, honestly, there's been tons of fades today. There's been so many fades, man.
Yep.
Like, look at NEPT, Kron, MYND, NIO, CLRB, Amazon, Netflix, not Netflix, Amazon, Microsoft, NBEV, GERN, GERN, Kron. You know, fade after fade today, man. Gamer tag is copy, huh? That's a cool gamer tag. Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, anybody wants to play PUBG with me, let me know. I'm really not that good at PUBG. I've only won one game ever. But if anybody wants to play, let me know. We could play. I don't play it that much, though. You might have to catch me. I'm kind of busy, but... AMD. Let's check it out. But yeah, I was talking with Manny this weekend about laptops. I'm in the market to buy a new laptop since my Mac died, and I'm kind of torn between getting a Carbon X1, a Lenovo Carbon X1, or getting a gaming laptop, maybe like a Dell gaming laptop. I could get like a nice Dell gaming laptop for like $1,200. The problem is I want one that's relatively light, and typically gaming laptops aren't light. And I want to use it for if I go out of town, I'll be able to actually stream on it well. And so that's really what I want to You know, that's really what I want, is to kind of bring it, do everyday business on it, and if I go out of town, I'm actually able to stream on it. Nice, Life Gains. Hey, nice work, brother. Yeah, look at AMD, man. AMD pulling back to the VWAP here. I'm telling you, man, AMD did that. Look at NBEV. Beautiful setup. Perfect fade right there. Check out NBEV, Mitch. That's like the beautiful fade, man. Perfect fade. A little bit longer term, but looked good. All right, Live Gains. Have a good one, bro. Yeah, I probably should say though, James, that my price range for a laptop is like 2,000 and under. I don't want to pay over $2,000 for a laptop, just because laptops become obsolete so quick, and so I don't want to pay $2,000 and then buy another one in a year or two. You know. Zeus, how old am I? I am 30 years old. And if this is like, how old are you? You shouldn't be playing video games. I mean, look, man, I'm 30 years old. I got 2 kids. I take care of my kids. If I want to play games, really, the most reason, like, my best friend in the world lives in Louisiana, and so I don't get to see him that much. And so we play Xbox together. It's kind of one of the ways we kind of keep up with each other and kind of hang out. It's the only way we can really hang out. And so that's kind of the beauty of Xbox Live. Yeah, NBEV, man. NBEV was the perfect fade up here, man. That's what I said. Really beautiful fade. Bearish trend, pull back to the VWAP, fade all the way back down under the low of the day. So that's kind of what I look for. It's not tradable, unfortunately, but that's kind of what I look for. But how big is it, James? So you said the Alien World. Let me add that. Alien World 17R. How heavy is that thing though, man? That's the biggest concern of mine is how heavy it's gonna be. Yeah, because I want one that's, you know, I'm going from a MacBook, like a regular MacBook, which is tiny, and I know it's not gonna be that light, but I want it to be decent. Yeah, look at Amazon. Look at the overall market. Honestly, look at Amazon tanking here. See what the SPY's doing. The SPY should be tanking with it. No, Amazon's tanking harder than the SPY is, man. Wow. They must have had something not come out about it. Yeah, man, I'm watching Amazon. That's crazy, man. This thing's tanking hard. I appreciate the sub, Mario. Appreciate the sub. Joseph, appreciate the sub. Goldman, appreciate the sub. Alex, welcome, guys. Sorry, I'm just not catching up on those, but appreciate the subs. Welcome, guys. Insurance. I just imagine you with a cane, waving your cane at me, yelling at me about playing video games. You know, that's what I imagine you. Honestly though, I'm not like, I play games, but like I play games with friends online. Like I don't ever play a game offline. I'm kind of weird in that regard. Like I don't ever play a game if it's offline. I don't go through the stories. The only stories I actually still go through is Halo, and I actually do that co-op online with my childhood friends. But that's it. That's the only story I actually ever play.
I tried to get short some of Tiva there, but didn't get filled. I'm looking for a bounce here to get filled here.
I have toothpick arms. I mean, I don't think I have toothpick arms. I'm like, you know, I'm like 5'11", 180, you know. I wouldn't say I have toothpick arms. Really, I have a little bit of a gut. I have a dad bod over here, you know.
Yeah, Miss Tiva. Tried to get those 2405s. I'm looking for a little bounce here, but I might not get it. God damn it. That was a nice one there. I like the pattern.
Yeah,
like
nice
the rejection at 2413. I hit the button there at 2405 and got rejected.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, it looked good, man. I like that rejection under the whole dollar. We'll see if it
Yeah, I was
holds
trying to
under.
short at 24.05 and short off at 24.12s.
We'll see if it holds under 24 now. Is what I really want to see it do.
All I want to see it do is just bounce, get back up there in the 24s. I could risk off at 24.13.
Yeah, 7. I still play Halo online. I didn't like Halo 5 though. That's the biggest thing. I play Halo 4, and Halo Reach is also really fun. I don't play Halo 5. I didn't like Halo 5. They changed it too much. What's up, Leandro?
Yeah, I left off on Halo 3.
Huh? You
I
stopped
left
playing?
off on, yeah, after that.
Halo 3 was the coolest one though, man. It had the flamethrower, it had all that stuff, man. And Halo 3 was legit. You could dual wield a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, once it got, I liked Halo 4 and I liked Halo Reach. I really like the armor lock on Halo Reach, but
Looking for a bounce at 24 here on Tiva.
Yeah, James. So actually, I already do, brother. I already do, man. I'll send it to you. Hold on, give me a second. I got a few videos on it actually, man. So I'll hook you up, James. Here you go, James. Check out this video, man. It's basically a walkthrough of the VWAP fade. I also have this new video that I uploaded this weekend, man, on improving the accuracy of the VWAP fade. If anybody wants to see that, I'll add that one here too.
All right. And I'm looking to bounce on Tiva at 24 to get in there. Saw a little spike there. No fill.
Yeah, Leandro, let me check. I'll check to see why the market is down. Let me look. All right, so Amazon is down, and this is probably what's affecting the overall market. There was a report in the Wall Street Journal over the weekend that Amazon was investigating leaks in their company. They're cracking down on bribery by workers to root out fake reviews and other seller scams. It was heading towards a 3-week low, but it lost 6% from its highs. Yeah, so market cap dropped 60 billion from 1 trillion intraday peak. Yep, so stock is still up, but that's why.
I got a starter on Tiva there.
But yeah, there you go, James. Check out the first
right.
video. Check out the
Taking
first
100
video.
here off of Tiva.
Oh, you want me to share your screen, bro?
Yeah, I can go ahead and do that. There you go, guys.
Here, just cover up the picture you had in the background. I know sometimes, yeah, just put a chart over that just to make me, just in case. Just put like a chart, or just drag one of those charts down. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
Okay.
You set. Yeah, that's usually where I put another scanner, and that's why. I just don't have it up.
Wait, no, I still see it on the right side. Just there you go. Okay, it's maybe a little lagged behind.
Yeah, it's just a lag behind.
Okay.
That's all it is.
All right, let's see. It's a little laggy. Let me see if it'll fix up a little bit. There we go. All right, so here's Mitch in with 200 shares of Tiva.
Yeah, I already took 100 off. I got in there at 23.95. Was able to take some at 80, 89. Pay myself a little bit. I'm at $44. Looking for this next crackdown to about 74, 75.
Looks good.
Maybe this 84 area. I know there's support right there at 84. Willing to add back 100 shares if it's somewhere in this area.
Looking good, man. Plus, you got some room, so you're good, man. Tradester took 2 trades on Facebook, and Baba currently up 250. Nice, Tradester. Nice work, brother. Yeah, I'm looking at AWSM. It's over 7. We'll see if it finds support at 7 now, is what I'm looking at for AWSM.
All right, want to see this wash out through this support here.
I like
through
that.
This 88 here.
I like that upwick for you. That upwick looks good.
Yeah, it looks good if it crashes through right now. So we don't want it bouncing up past this 23.99 now. We want it to come down and crash to below this. All right, let's see if we can get this next move here. Small bounce, rejection coming on level 2. Now I want to see this time and sales just flash red. There's some size that went in there at 89 to 92 down. There. All right, so definitely don't want to see this back above 24s here, guys. Just want to see this come down here below.
MYND. Yeah, MYND at VWAP. CLRB kind of pushing up there too.
Not liking this little pull up right here. I'm holding tight, watching this. Gotta watch right here, guys.
$94s. Let's see it get rejected here. There we go. A little bit down to 93. Nice, Andre. Hey, good trade, Andre. Good trade, man. You're doing good today, brother. Nice work.
There's the red. Now I want to see big volume come in and knock it down. If not, it's going to bounce back. All right, I'm going to keep this really tight here, guys. All right, I'm out there. This is the break-even price there.
Yep. Nice work,
Looking for a re-entry. I'm looking for a re-entry at VWAP, guys. What I'm looking to do is improve my price average here. 2405s is what I'm looking for.
Which one's the VWAP on your chart? The yellow one?
The yellow.
Okay.
The 9 EMA is the blue. NEPT looking interesting there.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at now. NEPT got back up there.
I would like it to bounce one more time and then fail.
It may start reversing here, is what I'm worried about. It's already over the VWAP. The risk in this trade, though, is realistically at 237 on MYND, and so that's kind of what I'm looking at for that one. I'm probably not gonna trade it, but that's what I would think about if that one.
All right, guys, let's see if it comes to my trend line here. And we're able to get it in and risk right off of this 2413. I'm looking for an entry in this area right here, 2405, 2406.
I like that. Right around the VWAP. Insurance, that Thundercloud song is growing on me. Yeah, man, my daughter loves that song, dude. She wants to listen to that. Oh,
you saw me hit those 206s. It didn't get filled there.
Yeah, I saw you.
All right, let's see if we pushes one more time to 206.
There's
There's 206,
207.
207.
Just be
I'm
careful.
short there.
Hey, nice buy on that
It's
bounce
gotta be
on
real
Amazon.
quick.
Nice, Josh. Hey, nice work, brother. Hey, that was a good dip buy, man. I like it, brother. I like it, man. Good job. Nice, Tradester. Nice work, guys. What's your entry?
2407 off of 2413s here, guys. Gotta hold it tight because it could go quick. 13s, let's see if it rolls through there.
There's a nines.
All I need to do is see a rejection to 24, and that'll be a nice confirmation here. Just gotta watch above here. Don't want it to break above that. 14. 14s roll through there.
Back down to 11.
All right. So now I'm looking for 14s on the time and sales, paying attention to see if I see them 14s show up. Thirteens.
I think realistically 20 is the most obvious support and resistance area, but I don't mind 14 either. Like 2420 looks like a very obvious risk area. That first VWAP fade on TEVA way up there.
All right, that's looking nice. Let's see if this can go down and get to the 24s here. That's what we would like to see. Get it back below the VWAP here, guys. We don't want it to close above VWAP.
7, there you go. Let's see a big drop.
Move to 24 is what we'll want to see here. All right, perfect. That's looking nice there. Now I just got to stay off of that 214 number, guys. Gotta watch this here.
Big down wick there. The good thing is it's forming very obvious risk level at 24.14. Nice, Josh. Hey, man, good dip buy, brother. I like it. I like that one. Caught it right around the low, man. So good job, brother.
It's holding here too much. Gotta really be careful here, guys. Need to come right back down.
There you go.
Slammed hard. There you go. Now just protect. You're still in protecting mode. Not profit mode yet.
There we
There's
go.
a move to 2401s, but it didn't go through there. I didn't like how it rejected. 160,000 shares went in there twice at 24.05, guys. Gotta really be careful here, guys. Especially around the VWAP. I got squeezed out. I jumped out there early, guys. That's what you call emotions there, right there. This big shares right here, that totally crept me out there, guys.
It happens, brother. Don't stress it. You probably got out at the right time anyway, honestly. Look at this squeeze up
just
here.
too much pressure there on not the move down here. If it would have been at 24 that those shares would have gone through, I probably would have stayed in it. But since they were up here at the VWAP, like directly on the VWAP, it can change the momentum way too much. This 14 can go up here to 38 real quick.
Appreciate the sub, Elvirus. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it, man. All right. Yeah, there's 24.
I don't mind that stop out though.
No, it wasn't bad, man. I don't mind it either. the chances of it reversing here are pretty high, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially with, it looks like a bullish trend, especially with all of those down wicks right around 24. It looks like a bullish trend, man. So MU Tradester, let's check out MU. Yeah, nice little fade there on MU. Up at 43.60. We'll see if it holds. All right, well, I'm probably not trading anymore today. Are you probably getting anything else, man? If not, I'll close this stream.
No, I'm probably wrapping up here. I'm gonna stay on till 10:30, but at the 10:30, that's usually my to go.
Right. Real quick, while we're still here, today's news was brought to you by SnapTrade. If you don't know what SnapTrade is, it's an awesome free tool for traders to use. I share my watch list with a decent amount of traders each morning on SnapTrade. And so if you want my watch list shared with you, let me know and I'll add you to this list. You can see, here's my slow download speed finally kind of hurting me. But yeah, so you can see I build my watch list on SnapTrade. It shows me a lot of really cool technical indicators like signal strength, volume change percentage, which is a really cool indicator that they added. It basically tells you if a stock is having a volume breakout early in the market day. It's a really awesome free tool for traders to use, which is SnapTrade. It also has a scanner. Depending on whatever kind of sector you like trading, there's high gainer penny stocks, high gainer volatile stocks, recent earnings, and whatever else you could think of. They most likely have it on SnapTrade. But I've been using them recently to just look at the news on certain stocks. You can see even if I just want to look at the news on my watch list, I can go to my download speed's at 7. Sorry, my voice is going out. My download speed is at 7 megabytes per second, so really slow. But I can just click watch list here and it shows me all the news on my watch list. And so a really awesome free website. Go check them out. That's SnapTrade, SNAPTRADE.US. And I'll go ahead and post the link.
GERN. Back
I'm watching
the
that.
Tiva making a move right back down.
Nice, Tradester. Yeah, I mean, the green streak is still since Wednesday. Since Wednesday, I've had profitable days. And so what is that? Thursday, Friday. About a 3-day green streak thus far. My last losing day was Wednesday. Also, guys, like I said, if anybody is interested in... Let me see. If anybody's interested in signing up to TradeNet, I do have a link that will get you 10% off any package, or 10% off any package you choose. And if you sign up this month, my link will actually get you 20% off. 20% off the intro package. And so instead of paying $500 for it, you can get it for $399 if you go through my link. We make a small commission from it, but it's one of the ways we keep this channel free. And so if you want to help support this channel, you can go through our link, and we really appreciate it. But yeah, we try to be honest with it about it still. The biggest problem with TradeNet is that some stocks are not tradable, specifically cheaper penny stocks under $1.50, $1. Usually those are not tradable. And I think it has a lot to do with volume. I think what they explained it to me as is that if the stock has less than 500,000 shares traded in the last 3 months, it's not in their system. And they do a pretty good job of adding big breakout stocks to their system, but that is the biggest flaw in my opinion. Oh, sorry, I posted a video link. Sorry, I shared a video for my green streak. That's the wrong link. Sorry. Here's the right link. And so yeah, if you're interested in signing up to TradeNet, you get 20% off the intro package and 10% off all the other packages throughout the rest of this month. And so if you want to help support this channel, you can go through our link. We really appreciate it. But yeah, third green day in a row today. I was profitable Thursday, Friday, and today. Wednesday was my biggest loss in the last few months, and so just trying to rebound some from that. Could have taken a little bit larger sizing. I think that's my mistake ultimately today. But yeah, guys, you want to say anything else, Mitch?
No, man. Just continuing sticking to your plan, creating your risk to reward program, and that's how you're gonna go ahead and be profitable.
Yes, sir. So we got this, man. We got this, guys. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to help support this channel, click the like button right now on this video. It does help support us. We appreciate all the support we can get. We day trade
All right,
live.
guys, short there on Tiva there. Short there on Tiva. I'm just calling it out. Looking for an increased ad there also by the VWAP. Got short there at 2402s. Looking for a bounce here to add into. All right, there in 400 shares there, guys, on 2403. Gonna have to risk off of this 2414. Another 10 cents. I'm willing to go ahead and risk that 400 shares up there. I'm thinking this did a nice breakdown through 24. I'm getting a VWAP rejection here. I'm gonna go hold off the next resistance, and that's gonna be the plan. I'm gonna stick to it, guys.
So you're looking for the VWAP rejection?
Yes, sir.
Manny, so my green day was only 7 days. Mitch's was 10 days. But yeah, up until Wednesday of last week, it was 7 days. So I did pretty good for those 7 days. The big thing is I'm averaging one losing day a week, and usually my losses are much smaller than my winners. Except for last week. Last week was kind of a tough week with Wednesday, but that's usually what it is. Usually I'm averaging one losing day a week.
Let's see if these 24s can break down here, guys. It's 23s, 99s.
Oh, here, let me share your screen, man. What's your entry? Your entry is
2403.
okay.
5. All right, guys, that's looking nice. First profit's gonna be at 90s.
Yeah, I showed it, Leandro. Yeah, he's up there now. Hey, have a good one, Insurance. Good day today, brother.
Right,
nice
putting out
work.
the first profit order out there at 90s. Should approach it now.
I like it, man. Good work. Let's see, get that drop to 90, 92, looking good. What are you going to take 200 out at 90?
Yes, sir.
Here, I'm going to pull TEVA up on my other screen, so give me a second. Okay, there we go. Right, Manny. I mean, that's my biggest. I think I cut losses pretty quickly. I guess I could probably do a little bit better job at it. I think the more important thing I have to work on is actually holding it to my profit targets. That's the biggest thing I do wrong today. Like, for instance, if you look at MYND, the stock I made money on today, if I would have held it, it would have been a much bigger winner. So that's the biggest problem. That's the kind of the biggest leak in my trading is that I'm not actually holding it to my profit targets. I'm still net profit in the last few months, and I'm still having a really good win rate and pretty good risk to reward. My winners are usually much bigger than my losers.
There's
there you
my
go.
90 getting filled.
Beautiful.
Looking
Look
for
at
that next fill at 74, 80s.
There you go.
80s, I'll do 100.
Nice.
I didn't get filled there on that 100. I put it out there. It was just
You sure?
rejected there, guys.
Oh.
Yeah, just rejected. I put it out there. It's one of those rejects. That's one of the things of TradeNet that you got to get used to. It didn't fill me there.
Yeah,
The 100 shares at 80s.
You got to hit the bid.
That next support right there at 78, 80s, that's where I wanted to take some profit there, guys. Should have had the order out there. Didn't have it out there. It did get my order filled there at 90s there, though. So now I just got to look for additional ads if I want to increase this position. Now I'm looking for this next move down here, 73, 73. I could add here in the 90s and risk off of 24, but I'm going to go ahead and just hold. Little upset I wasn't able to cover some shares down there. I would have loved to have taken 100 off.
Don't stress. It's still a nice trade, man.
That's the one that so one of the key things is have your orders ready. I had that 23.90 out, but wasn't had that 81.79 out. You see people adding to their position here. Those are people that just made some money, took some off, and they're adding here in the 90s. Gonna risk off of that 24 mark.
Still a nice trade, man. The stream's looking good today, though, guys. The stream's been running well, so I guess I got what I paid for with my internet.
All right, guys. The only thing we don't want to see here, guys, big size and scooping up here at 24. Got to be careful there because it could be just a fake out. Remember, those big shares went through there at 24.05.
Yeah.
That's going to be a very important price for me. I like that hard rejection there, guys. That's people adding there as the strength goes up and people willing to go ahead and add to their position. You see?
Yeah.
That's exactly what you're seeing there.
Is my stream really screwing up? I was just like, yeah, my stream's running well today. There you go. Beautiful drop, man. I was like, yeah, my stream's running really well today, and then it freezes.
All right, putting out 100 shares there for 80.
Weird, man. Now my stream's running terrible. It's almost like they heard me say, oh, my stream's running well today, and then just terrible, man.
It found support there again, guys. I don't like how it keeps finding support down here. And I'm not being able to take my profit out there, guys.
Yeah, I don't like those down wicks. Is the biggest thing, man.
Yep. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna say that I'm not having the